Hi, welcome to the Jezebel Way. I'm Michelle, and I'm going to be doing Love and Then Some for the first half of September for Leo. Fire signs. Okay, let's get started. Show us what we need to see for Leo in love first half of September. What does Leo have to look forward in love first half of September? Please show us what we need to see. Leo in love. Of course, you know, all of these videos are for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. You know, those of you who watch these tarot readings on a regular basis, you already are aware of that. But if you're new to these tarot readings, you know, a lot of people cross-watch. If they are in a relationship with, say, Leo, they will watch that video. Or if they know their partner has a Leo moon or rising, or if their Venus is in Leo, they will watch those. And you can do the same for yourself with the different signs, according to how they fall in your chart. Sometimes you can get some, you know, advice, nuggets of truth, what have you, from watching the other videos regarding the other signs. So please be advised, these are general readings and they may not resonate with everyone. But if they do, please feel free to comment in the comments section below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Let me know what you think of the videos and what have you. You know, if you'd like a more personal read, you know, contact me at thejezebelway@gmail.com. Some of my pricing is listed below. So feel free to contact me if you'd like to book a read. There will be 3 for you, 3 for your partner. You know, the energies in line 1 and 2 can be reversed, but I will be referring to Leo as line 1. Okay, bottom of the deck we have, no we don't because I didn't cut the deck, sorry. Okay, bottom of the deck we have the Fairlet, which is the card of temperance, which calls for balance. Then we have the Pisces card, the Moon, which speaks to some sort of truth not being brought to the light, some sort of deception. And we have the Two of Swords, which is making a decision, being guarded. But in this deck, the Druidcraft Tarot, you know, it looks as though, you know, there's a woman here. She's wearing the cloak of red, freedom. And she's trying to make a decision about what road she's going to go down. And, you know, she's kind of blind. She's got that blindfold. You can't see it. But you can tell she has one on. And so she has 2 choices in front of her. She's not making either choice at this point. She's kind of guarded about making a choice. But nonetheless, you know, sometimes when we don't make choices that we need to make, the universe will send something in our path to, you know, urge us to make choices. So it looks like to me that you've got balance in some sort of deception in regarding choices. Maybe there needs to be balance in making this choice. Maybe there's some deception here. So we'll just kind of see what the cards have to say. Maybe choices are deceptive and there need to be balance. All right, Leo, you've got the Queen of Pentacles, the Chariot, and the Devil energy. Your partner has the High Priest, the Lovers, and the Five of Wands. Okay, and the state of the relationship, you have the Six of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands. Boy, it must be something going around in the air, you know, this first half of September, because I bet this card has been flying out of the deck all night long. You guys are getting busy out there. Okay, and then we have the World. So let me just take a look at these and let's read them. It looks like, you know, the Queen of Pentacles is a queen who she's very grounded. She is about her money, but she's a very logical person. You have the Chariot, which could be victory. It could be moving forward. But notice that these two horses here are starting to go in different directions. So, so you could be, again, it kind of mirrors the decision having to be made in the two different roads here. And then you have the Devil energy. Unlike the traditional decks, the Devil energy here is just kind of looming in the background. And, this couple here, they're asleep. And they don't even know the devil's back there. So, that could speak to the deception here in making a decision. And that's why there needs to be balance. But nonetheless, it looks like to me that, somebody's kind of grounded. There is some kind of toxicity. But there's forward movement in the relationship. So let's just kind of see where the rest of this goes. Your partner has the High Priest. I love this depiction of this guy. He's got his rock hands up. And this is about tradition. This is a very masculine energy. And this speaks to, traditions. In this case, it would be relationships. Then your partner has the Lovers. Okay, that is a choice to be together in love. Then you have the Five of Wands. So this could either be conflict. This could be too many cooks in the kitchen or mind games. Excuse me. So it kind of looks like to me there's some conflict about traditional ways of being in a relationship. Maybe there's some toxicity due to some mind games in the relationship. The potential state of the relationship is the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so this is sometimes a windfall of money. Sometimes it's fair and just. Sometimes it can mean, sometimes there's a beggar and there's another person here giving to two. Of course, we know what this means by now. This is the Bow Chicka Wow Wow card. And the World, which means an ending, to a cycle, but it also can sometimes mean a beginning because this is symbolic of, a birth. So looks like maybe, there was a situation in giving to two, maybe, it's an end to some kind of passion regarding money. It looks like groundedness and tradition are right for one partner. There's forward movement with the Lovers and passion. There is toxicity, there's conflict, which does bring an end to the cycle. Let's see what our clarifiers have to say about it. Please show us what Leo has to look forward to in love in the first half of September. Show us what we need to see. Love for Leo, first half of September. Love, Leo, first half of September. I'm going to pull some cards on the bottom of the deck just to kind of give us a little more insight into the story. Okay, looks like unions. Abundant. But there's some toxicity. Maybe due to, some promiscuity. Please clarify the Devil for Leo. Please clarify the Devil. Please clarify the Devil. There's a lack of showing emotion regarding the foundation of the relationship. There's been an aha moment about the family that ultimately has led to betrayal. There's hope for this family, but there needs to be healing and rest here. Please show us Four of Swords. Okay, yeah, there was some passion, some one-night stands had. Please show us what the toxicity in this relationship means. Looks like somebody's moving away from that because they're juggling. Wheel of Fortune is here in the upright, which is good. But the universe has said you need to make a decision. An apology needs to be had regarding the relationship. Somebody needs to put in some work here. Otherwise, you could be dealing with a Scorpio, Leo, but otherwise this is going to be the end of this cycle. And the end of this cycle is somebody's wish fulfillment. Somebody's walking away. Or somebody could be, looking for their missing piece. And they want to go on a fool's journey. Start over at 0. Okay. Clarify the Chariot for Leo. Clarify the Chariot for Leo. Okay, it looks like, there's forward movement and offers of love, but there's some pettiness in the relationship. Somebody wants to be contented being single. They're trying to manifest communications, fast-moving communications via text, internet, email, what have you. But there's a Tower moment here that leaves somebody feeling victimized. And again, the second time we have the World card, which, indicates to me maybe, somebody's just ready to kind of throw in the towel here. There's emotional confusion. There is plans for the future. But, somebody has plans for reconciliation, in other words. Somebody wants to reconcile or make this right. So let's clarify the Queen of Pentacles. Please clarify Queen of Pentacles for Leo. Yeah, it looks like somebody's trying to stay grounded in the relationship because that brings stability for a happy family. But you kind of have this toxicity here, regarding the family. So, somebody's kind of had some passion adventures, and they're not, that's bringing toxicity to the relationship. It's bringing arguments. And somebody doesn't feel like this has been fair. It's giving to 2. Somebody wants tradition. Please clarify the High Priest. Woo. I won't be taking those because I don't know what order they come out in. So please clarify the High Priest for Leo. Please clarify the High Priest. Yeah, there was some deception within the foundation of the relationship here. Regarding a past love or a soulmate. Somebody needs to make an apology. Again, the Chariot's here. Okay, so, yeah. Somebody needs to kind of take some action, but they keep waiting. They're in a state of waiting here. This is either you or your partner, Leo. Somebody's offering, their cup of love, and they want happiness, but, there's a need to take control over this kind of energy here, which is the, younger fire sign. This could be in regard to children. Maybe there's some issues in the family with the kids, and somebody kind of needs to take control of a situation. You've got some unconditional love issues going on. Yeah, it's causing somebody anxiety. We have the 3 of Cups, which is the third party card. Again, somebody needs to take a choice between 2 roads, but they're just they're standing still, and balance needs to be had in this situation. Queen of Swords says, hey, it's time to tell the truth, Leo, because, I know what you've been doing and I see you. Somebody's largely unhappy here, and they're going to be left out in the cold. Please clarify the Lovers. Please clarify the Lovers. The Lovers, there's a passionate new beginning with the lover, but, it ends in heartbreak because there's been a burden with pettiness and a burden with, somebody having to use their spidey senses all the time. There's going to be, there's communication, nasty communications about deceptions. Offers are made. Somebody wants to be alone because they're just unhappy. So basically, you've got head over heart decisions. Please clarify. 5 of Wands. Please clarify. 5 of Wands. Yeah, so there's been conflict about money, conflict about groundedness. Somebody's having to create some boundaries because someone's keeping something close to their chest. And somebody's having to beg for something, given to 2. Somebody's had some enlightenment, which has, caused them to manifest. So again, we have conflict, an offer, the universe says, hey, there needs to be stability, a steady, stable offer made here. But somebody is not making the decision to go down that road. So ultimately that leaves one party in stagnation. And I think this is really not about just a couple, but I think this is largely about the whole family, is what it seems like to me. It looks like maybe there are children involved here. Just going to get my universal weight deck out real quick. I got a little bit crazy with these clarifiers here. Clarify for Leo. And love. Show Leo for love for September, first half of September. Okay, so let's continue. Please clarify 6 of Pentacles for Leo. Yeah, it looks like there's been conflict regarding giving of money. And it's kind of the end, or maybe there's a Scorpio involved here. Something has to die in order for something to transform. Communications again regarding the second King of Wands here. Some kind of promiscuity. Somebody's manifesting. Somebody's trying to manifest, stability here. It looks like somebody needs to kind of go internally and find their place of solitude. Please clarify Ace of Wands for Leo. Please clarify Ace of Wands for Leo. Yeah, somebody's holding back that there's been, some moments of passion. Okay, somebody's not telling. And they're holding on as well to this third party. So they're holding on to this person, which is affecting your whole family. There's pettiness. They're making plans. They're making plans with this third party for a solid union. Maybe it's this Queen of Pentacles. Maybe it's an earth sign. But again, maybe it's a water sign because, excuse me, this is the Queen of Cups. This is unconditional love. This is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But maybe the universe has said, you know what? It's time for unconditional love. It's time for some real love to be had here. But again, there's still this feeling of being bound and constrained. Somebody needs to take action and set some boundaries here regarding money. Money seems to be a burden here. There's, again, water sign again. So there's been some passionate endeavors with water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Somebody needs to make the apology and make a decision because, again, there's going to be tower. There's going to be stagnation. Somebody's juggling and it ends in betrayal, Please clarify the world for Leo. Please clarify the world for Leo. Looks like, this relationship is coming to an end because of some deception, some stealing. It could be actual stealing, but I think that's more like, somebody's stolen your happy family, basically. Again, more wands. Lots of wands in here. So that could mean there's lots of passion. There's lots of passionate kind of communications. Maybe the Queen of Wands is somebody, you know, a fire sign that you're dealing with, Leo, but maybe, you know, maybe you're the Queen of Wands, okay? You know, head over heart decisions regarding these relationships need to be had because there are children involved in this relationship and it's heartbreaking for them. Somebody has a wish fulfillment that the truth's going to come out. But again, somebody's just kind of crying in their cereal. You know, intuition, there's mental clarity regarding the relationship. Somebody's moving away from this marriage. This is a marriage, okay? And because they've been a victim here. They want forward movement because they want their soulmate. They want balance. You know, they want newness. They want, you know, options. And they want hope for the future. So, you know, somebody's going to try to reconcile this relationship at some point with an offer of love, you know, for a solid, steady, happy family. Looks like not all is lost. There's a lot of rough patches here. You know, it looks like someone wants this, though, ultimately. In the state of the relationship, someone wants reconciliation for solid, stable, happy family. So let's go to, instead of going to our love romance angels right now, what we're going to do is we're going to go to our, what is a potential outcome in this situation? Please show us what potential outcomes for this relationship for Leo. Please show us the potential outcomes in this love reading for Leo. All right, so, you know, you've got the Tower, you've got the Lord, which is the Emperor in other decks, but that could speak to control. You've got the King of Pentacles, which could speak to money. This could be a choice between two kings. Okay, or, you know, there could have been a Tower moment because there were control issues regarding money. But somebody does have hope for the future. Let's get some clarifiers on those and kind of see what they tell us. Please clarify the Tower for Leo. Please clarify the Tower for Leo. But Leo, I won't lie to you. The feeling, the energy that I'm getting from this read is kind of emergency. You know, this makes me feel anxious and very much in a place like, oh my gosh, emergency. There's been an emergency happen here. So I don't know if this is something that has just come out or that you've known about, but, you know, here's the ultimate deal. When it comes to children, you know, adults have to be responsible for themselves, right? But children are innocents. And, you know, if something's becoming unstable in the relationship and there are potential issues with maybe some, you know, physical harm or, you know, somebody's motives may not be exactly right. You have to make sure, if you're the responsible party here, you know, you have to make sure you keep your children safe and get them to safety. Please clarify the Tower. Also, it's our job as parents to shield our children from largely all these negative energies and negative interactions. And if there's a lot of wands, okay? So if there's a lot of conflict, a lot of fighting, a lot of passionate communications, not in a sexual way, but in just an arguing conflict type of way, you know, then it's our job to kind of shield them from that too. Please clarify the Tower. Yeah, this is making somebody really unhappy about their family. You know, something's really bad happening here with this family. Somebody just wants to be single. You know, they want to get away from this. Somebody will be offering love again because they've had some enlightenment. You know, the kind of thing I see is kind of like the dog who comes back home after, you know, he's been gone for a few days. The toxicity in this relationship, I don't see really any other cards, but maybe there's some sort of an addiction situation happening here. Somebody continues to wait for a new beginning. Please clarify the Lord. Please clarify the Lord. Yeah, it looks like, there's a lot of deception with control. That's probably why you're remaining guarded. Somebody does this and they apologize and they do it again. Somebody's having to beg for basic needs in this relationship, okay? Please clarify, King of Pentacles. So we could be in a situation in which somebody's holding control of all the money in this situation. Okay, and somebody's having to ask for money continually just to meet the needs of these children. So if Leo, if you're in that situation or somebody is affected by that situation that just give them some information, and I urge you to help them get out of this relationship, because this doesn't look like, this is healthy at all. And it seems really like an emergency. Okay, we have the King of Pentacles, justice and anxiety. So it looks like, somebody's kind of contemplating maybe a divorce here. Somebody's contemplating and having anxiety about the unfairness here in this relationship. There's ugly communications all over the place here, and it's going to bring an end to the cycle. Somebody either is going to end up in the hospital, okay, because of this mess right here and this mess right here. Okay, or they're going to end up in a mental hospital because of all of this anxiety, all of these things, this begging, this back and forth stuff, and this betrayal. So I don't get a good feeling from this read at all. If you're in danger, please seek out friends and family who can help you. No possessions, no stability, no status is worth your mental health or your physical health. And especially if children are involved in this read, as I see that they are, their safety is of the utmost importance. So I'm not going to go any further with this read, because what I really see here, because this really isn't about, love and advice and, sex, and this situation is really an emergency. So for you or your partner, whatever's going on here, keep yourself safe, get your children to safety. And if you have any questions or comments, if there's somebody make a plan, get out. I'll see you again on the 16th, and please let me know how it goes. Be safe.